Hey guys, welcome to the Hope That Heals You with me, Marie Nazria, where I talk about all kinds of fun stuff and not fun stuff. And I try to impart tools and share my experience, and hopefully it helps you. And feel free to comment and or reach out if you need me to elaborate more. I really try to keep these podcasts at 5 minutes. Today I want to talk about triggers. That's a fun topic. We all have them, and they can really get in the way. And so something I practice and am very aware of and work on is acknowledging my triggers, knowing what they are, knowing that when there's something shows up that's going to trigger me, I know that that's my stuff and I need to deal with it. I think this is a really important tool for all your relationships, friends, family, lovers, etc. So, and you can actually work this out backwards, which is cool. You don't have to know how to do this ahead of time. Take something that really bothers you, and it can be something really easy, like I hate that my husband doesn't clean the dishes, and I ask him a million times because that triggers you, right? It triggers you to be upset, irritated. And what is under that? We want to get to the root of our own self and our own annoyances so that we can see if either we have the power to change it or if there's a different way to ask our friends, family, and loved ones to support us, or, hey, this means this to me when you do it because of this, this, and this. So, and it doesn't always have to be a conversation with people. It's something that you can just acknowledge in yourself. Like, why do I get so mad when they don't answer the phone? Why do I feel why do I go from like 0 to 80 in 2 seconds when this person says something like this? Usually, and in order to have a better quality of life, it's something we can fix because it's our perspective, right? It's something we've been through, and it has morphed and it has become about something else. So let me give you an example. If I grew up and when I was young, felt not like I was heard, like I was not heard, like no one listened to me. And then years and years and years go by, and I have all this evidence of all these times where I wasn't heard. When I ask my husband to do the dishes and he says no, or I'll do it later and he doesn't do it, what that actually means to me is, what it brings up in me is I'm not heard. Even my partner doesn't hear me. And that has a lot of weight to it. That isn't necessarily true either. So this is just like an example of how a trigger left to its own devices can really affect your life. And then imagine if I took this trigger of he didn't do the dishes, which, by the way, he probably didn't do the dishes because he forgot. He doesn't think it's as important as I do, etc. There's other reasons for this. But I'm going to make it mean he doesn't hear me. He doesn't listen to me. All because of an idea I had when I was a child. So then that's going to trigger me. And then the next time, it's going to be about something else. But it's all around the same thing, this healing journey that we need to do with our triggers. We all have at least several triggers. So I think that 80% of your triggers you can work out on your own. I feel like in a moment that you're being triggered, just stop, exit the room and go, okay, what's really going on? Why did I just make a deal about that? Why did I feel so strongly about this? And get to know yourself. I think like a huge thing in life is like, we don't stop to get to know ourselves. We're constantly trying to build ourselves and trying to grow and evolve and exist on this planet, because it's not easy being an adult. And we don't stop and go, wait, why do I do this? I know it's really important to me, but why? Why is it so important to me? And then check in with yourself and see if that's important to you anymore. Because maybe you stop doing the dishes and you stop complaining about the dishes, and then one day the dishes are done. Or maybe, it could be anything. It goes into like a long laundry list of different ways this can go down. But from my experiences, like, I get triggered about things, and I've been sitting with myself in my triggers and going, okay, where's it stemming from? Some of it stems from past relationships. Some of it stems from childhood trauma. And some of it, I don't even know where it's coming from, So I think it's really important to work these things out. I think at the end of the day, you do this for yourself. You don't do this for anybody else. You do this so that you can be happy in your life and not be swayed or thrown off by other people and their choices without even knowing the real like root of it all. You know what I mean? So I invite you to acknowledge your triggers, to know why you're triggered, to choose to release some of your triggers. Be like, sometimes you're like, wait, that's so stupid. Like what you come up with at the end of this exercise could feel really insignificant. And that's a really good trigger to let go of, I believe. That's what I wanted to share with you today. Let me know what your triggers are, what you're working out, if you've worked it out, and I wish you the best. Have a beautiful day.